latest installment in the Resident Evil franchise. We talking Resident Evil Vendetta. Right away I want to tell you this shit's gonna be chock full of spoilers. So if you're gonna get butthurt, get the fuck out of here, get off my page, leave right fucking now. Cause I don't want to hear you bitching in the comment section. You've been warned. So the plot of this movie isn't that outlandish, but you know what? We about to break it down for you. We gonna break it down simple like some silver fox prick by the name of Glenn Arias. Yeah, he's some kind of hotshot arms dealer that the government had killed on his wedding day. Right there at the ceremony, he's sitting at a table with his bride, and in comes a drone just coasting on in. Shoots off a little bomb. Boom. Blows everybody up, but guess what? No, Mr. Glenn Arias, he ain't dead, but everybody else is. There's this one hilarious shot where he gets up out of the rubble and he looks down, he's holding his wife's hand, except it ain't attached to her body, baby. No, it's cut off right fucking there. Not gonna lie, I gave that a little chuckle. And the funny thing is, there are more arms being blown off later in the movie. So the Arias dude, he decides he's gonna get revenge. That's the whole where the whole Vendetta name comes in. He's gonna get revenge on everybody because, hey, he lost all his loved ones. Boo fucking who, buddy? He ends up developing a virus he's gonna unleash on New York City. God damn it, I already see you people commenting. I see every one of you going to my little virus breakdown video and comment, hey, how come you didn't talk about the new virus from the Vendetta movie? Motherfucker, that video was uploaded 2 fucking years ago. Hey, I know you're thinking, well, people aren't gonna do that. No, they fucking are. They will do that, those dumb motherfuckers. Because, oh, I put that video out a year before Resident Evil 7 game came out, right? And what happened? No, I'm still getting comments. Hey, Jigsaw, why ain't you talking about that mold bullshit from the Resident Evil 7? Motherfucker, that was so long ago I couldn't. Come on, don't be a fucking dumb bitch. Anyways, you heard right. We're talking about a brand new virus. We had the T virus, the J virus, the C virus, had the Veronica virus, and a couple other ones. But now, motherfuckers, we have the A virus. I don't want to bore you guys with the details on it right now, so I'll probably cover it in a video later on. Let's get back to this plot here. Well, I guess, you know, that's kind of everything to it. I mean, he wants to get revenge, so he creates the A virus and is gonna unleash it on New York. And then you got the good guys to save the day. I mean, that's pretty much it. So anyways, we got Leon Kennedy returning for his 3rd CGI movie. We got Rebecca Chambers popping back up in the story. I mean, I thought we were done with that bitch, to be honest with you. And then we got this guy right there. I'm really not sure who the fuck that is. I mean, for some reason in the movie they keep calling him Chris Redfield. But no. That's not Chris Redfield. That is Chris Redfield. But wait, Resident Evil's telling me that that's Chris Redfield. So which one of these motherfuckers is Chris Redfield? Are they all Chris Redfield? Yeah, pretty much so. They're all Chris Redfield. My question is, how the fuck did Chris Redfield become Mexican or Latino or whatever the fuck he is? Why do they keep doing this to my favorite character? Nobody else in the franchise goes through all these bullshit changes. I mean, maybe Jill with the whole blonde hair and the fucking shit between her tits, but I mean, mainly Chris Redfield. Everybody else stays consistent. Leon, Rebecca seems exactly the fucking same. So why the fuck are they doing this to Chris? Is it really that fucking hard to stay consistent? So anyways, Leon and Chris, they team up with Rebecca, who apparently has found the cure for this new virus or whatever. Anyway, they're gonna team up together to fucking save the day. And by the way, Rebecca Chambers is now a professor. So besides the Chris thing, let me get in a couple little details that really piss me off with this fucking movie. I'm gonna go to the beginning of the movie real quick here. We're talking right near the beginning. We're talking Chris Redfield and a bunch of fucking bullshit soldiers. They're coming on in to do a little, I don't know, doing a mission in Mexico. Well, you know what? Maybe that makes sense with the Mexicris, I don't know. So they really got 2 missions in Mexico. They gotta find Glenn Arias, and then they gotta locate some pointless woman and her kid. Yeah, okay. So they drop on in the woods and they're walking in, walk up to a big mansion. I'm sitting there thinking, what the fuck is going on? Everything looks like the original Resident Evil, where the Alpha Team lands and they go into the mansion. They walk in, this motherfucker looks identical to the big mansion, but you know what? Hey, hold on a minute, I remember that fucking layout. There's a couple things a little different, but here's the big fucking problem for me. Okay, you got these random soldiers, they go up into like a bedroom, and they're distracted by a little remote control car in a bed, whatever. Fuck that. What pisses me off is, they turn around and there's a kid behind him. He's all fucking zombified and shit, he's got fucking blood all over him, and he's just fucking all fucked up, and he's a goddamn zombie, okay? Fucking plain as day. And guess what? The fucking soldiers just look at him, and the main soldier guy in the front, he's like, "Kid, are you okay?" What? Since when does nobody know what a fucking zombie is? Why do these guys all not know what fucking planet am I on right now? That's what I'm thinking as I'm sitting in that fucking movie theater. I'm sitting there trying to piece how the fuck have these guys survived in the Resident Evil universe without knowing what a fucking zombie is. So yeah, of course that one kid ends up fucking killing them all. Pissing me off. So of course the whole squad's wiped out. It's just down to Chris. And he comes face to face with the Arius guy outside the mansion, and he reveals the whole plans and whatnot, and that's basically the first time you're introduced to Arius, and he tells Chris that this new virus he has, it takes the zombies, and they can tell who's an ally and who's an enemy. That's kind of the big difference here. Also, I noticed that when they get infected, they turn right away. Way different than the T-virus and all that other bullshit. This A-virus, that's what it is right there. This is the A-virus. They flip right away. They zombified. Now there was a small little detail that it didn't piss me off, but it left me confused. When Chris and Rebecca, they catch up to Leon, he's sitting at this hotel down in the little fucking, I don't know, sitting at a table, and he's fucking drinking. It's in the morning. The motherfucker's getting drunk. Now, time out a minute. This movie takes place between Resident Evil 6 and Resident Evil 7. If you remember, or if you played the games, Resident Evil 6, Chris was the drunk. Chris was the alcoholic, not Leon. Now, I know Chris sobered up and everything by the end of 6, but anyway, he had that role. He was the alcoholic. Now it's making it look like all of a sudden Leon is the alcoholic. Didn't really piss me off, but I'm just saying, it's kind of weird that they just borrowed the same shit that Chris did and recycled it with Leon. Now there's also a couple things that they mentioned in the movie, but they never really followed up on it. Like, Rebecca brings up that this virus and stuff that's going on, it is related to the Los Illuminados. That's the cult from the 4th Resident Evil game. Pretty good shit, right? That changed the whole fucking name of the game. Anyway, they say there's survivors still from the cult, and I got all fucking excited. My fucking dick perked up. My fucking nipples went, hello. But they didn't really follow up on that shit. There was also a guy that showed up from Leon's past. Leon's all pissed, and the guy's begging for him. Hey, save my family. There's some shit going on in Spain, kind of related to the Los Illuminados, but hey, I don't know. Whatever happens is that guy dies, and they never really follow up. They're like, oh, we gotta save the family, but maybe they did by taking out Glenn Arias. I don't know. It just feels like it was unfinished. Like they didn't follow through with that shit. Don't be teasing me, Resident Evil. No, I'm not gonna lie. The voice acting was good at times, but also a little shaky at times. It definitely wasn't the worst I've ever seen, but there was a couple moments where you got a little cringe factor going on. Listen to these motherfuckers talk, the dialogue. I'm just saying, sometimes a little shaky. Especially Chris's new group, some guy named Damien. Ho ho! Now motherfucker's a little rough around the edges, voice acting wise. As far as the shit that I kinda didn't like about the movie, that's pretty much it. I was a little confused at the beginning where it kinda treats it like, hey, we don't know what zombies are, this is all brand new. There was even a scene where Rebecca and some fucking scientist dickhead, she's talking to him, they're watching these videos on this big monitor, and it's like, hey, wait a minute, this is all new to us. Yeah, later on, Rebecca says something about, hey, oh, it's all happening again, or some bullshit that hasn't happened in a long time. I don't quite remember, but something to that effect. But here's my question. This whole time frame, whole timeline of the Resident Evil universe here, zombies, it hasn't really been that fucking long. We're talking maybe 15 or so years. I don't know the exact time. But we talking, if you ask me, I think I would kind of remember what a fucking zombie was if it happened 10 years ago. We just passed the 20th anniversary of the goddamn video game. It was a fucking video game and I remember. I think I would remember if that shit happened in real life. Like I said, hey, they treated it a little weird and it was a little confusing, that's all. So let me talk about the shit that I liked. Oh my god, the action, the fighting was fucking good. There were some moments where it's a little over the top, but hey, I'm watching a zombie movie. I think I can deal with a little over-the-top action. But the hand-to-hand fighting was legit as fuck, let me tell you. There was also this close-quarters combat where Chris and Leon, they're fighting all these zombies in this big hallway. They fucking boom, boom, chicka, that shit was good. I gotta bring this up. There was one laughable fight scene it was at the end where Chris and Glenn, the Arius god, they're fighting on the rooftop, right? They just got a handgun, look. There's like multiple shots came out. Anyway, these guys are doing their big fight here, and they are just as close as you and me to this fucking camera right now. They're like this close to each other, and they're shooting the entire time, but they can't hit each other. It's hilarious. They literally are rolling out of the way of the bullets. I'm sitting there, blah, 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 but you roll out of the way. Really unbelievable. They're like impossible fake shit, but it was so fun to watch. It was really fun. I did laugh my ass off watching that, but let me tell you, the whole scene, the whole epic fight, it was great. They started out, like that's how they started the fight out on the rooftop, and then it evolved and evolved and evolved. And guys, that was a great boss fight. Another thing I gotta bring up is that, god damn CGI. That is some top of the line shit right there. That shit looked really fucking good. There are points in the movie where you cannot tell it was CG. I remember scenes in the aircraft, they're flying around, and you see all the soldiers in there. That shit looks so fucking real, man. Top-notch shit right there. Goddamn A+, son. Another thing I really liked is how they really kept the missions, like what they were doing, clear and to the point. They threw out a lot of details and complicated shit when it came to the virus and how it worked and all this other shit. The virus got 3 different stages. It got complicated, but when it came down to it, they broke it down nicely. So if you kind of weren't 100% on board, you knew what they were still doing. There was a part where Leon's like, alright, here's the 4 things we gotta do. Bam, 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 bam. And then Chris added another one, because you gotta one-up that motherfucker, Chris. Yeah! But for real, though, I really did like how they kept it nice and simple, so you knew exactly what they had to get in, do, and take the fuck off. Good shit. But to me, if I had to pick the best thing about this movie, it has to be the action. There's motorcycle scenes with dogs, and there's fucking crazy explosions. There's this big fucking rifle, this big, I don't know, electric shock. It fucking takes out buildings and shit. Guys, this is a good fucking movie. Good action. Strongly suggested if you are a fan of Resident Evil. I'm going on record right here, right now. Boom! Jigsaw stamp of approval, but here it is. I'm about to say it. This is the best Resident Evil movie ever. Okay, yes, I understand there hasn't been many good ones, but the CG ones, they've been pretty good. This beats Damnation and Degeneration. Bar none, this is the better of the 3. Don't even get me started on the goddamn Alice in Wonderland bullshit. Fuck off. Suck my dick, Paul Anderson. My name's Mia Jovanovic. Come on. Yeah, it easily beats that. I'm just gonna say it one last time. If you are into Resident Evil, you need to see this movie. To me, the best part about it, it doesn't overlap over anything. It's basically a brand new chapter being laid into the big fucking book of the Resident Evil story. So it doesn't mess anything up timeline-wise, but it gives you a nice story and an extra chapter to the franchise. Boom! 2 thumbs up. Hey, if you've seen the movie or you're gonna see it, this is Rebecca right here. You'll get it later when you watch it, trust me. So one of my favorite scenes in the movie is where Chris and Leon are being pinned down by this giant motherfucker shooting a Gatling gun, and it's tearing through this fucking place. And you see, I just swallowed my fucking mask. And you see this waitress, she gets shot and her fucking tore up, her arm gets blown off and just goes fucking tumbling through the air. Fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed out loud while sitting in the movie theater watching that shit. That was funny as fuck. You need to see the movie already, and it makes me smile walking out of the movie theater actually not hating a Resident Evil movie for the first time. And yeah, basically, fuck you, Paul Anderson.